Good day and welcome. You're watching St. Martin NEWSDESK, where we bring you the latest and most important stories around the island and beyond. With your anchor crew, Alston Lawrence, Glenda York, Tiziana Hart, and Mizzy with the Sunshine Report. This broadcast is brought to you by TV15 and proudly produced by Great Bay Media Studios in Phillipsburg, St. Martin. And now, let's jump straight into today's top headlines.
KPSM Action Team steps up the targeted enforcements across the island. The police force of St. Martin reports that its action team conducted a series of targeted enforcement and control operations across the island over the past week, based on updated intelligence and strategic deployment. Operations took place at various times, ranging from early morning to overnight hours. On Monday, February 3rd, traffic controls were carried out in Districts 1 and 2. During these checks, 15 vehicles were stopped and 18 individuals were preventatively searched. All interactions were orderly and without incident. The team later monitored traffic activity in the Maho area, where it was observed that double-decker buses were again allowing passengers to board and disembark at the roundabout, despite earlier warnings. This matter has been referred to the community police officer for follow-up with the bus operator. Over the weekend, additional large-scale controls and roadblocks were held at several hotspots. A total of 27 scooter riders were checked, with one scooter confiscated due to missing documentation. Police also arrested one motorcyclist for possession of a falsified insurance document. In another incident, a vehicle failed to stop for police and fled toward the front side. In total, police checked 145 vehicles, searched 45 individuals, and made one arrest for forgery. KPSM says targeted enforcement will continue to support public safety and responsible road use. Government leaders applaud Caribbean pride and global representation at the Super Bowl. Prime Minister the Honorable Dr. Luc Mercelina and Minister of Tourism, Economic Affairs, Transport and Telecommunication, the Honorable Grisha Heilige-Martin, have both praised the powerful Caribbean presence during the Super Bowl halftime show, calling it a moment of shared pride for St. Martin and the wider region. Prime Minister Mercelina emphasized that the halftime performance was more than entertainment, describing it as a celebration of culture that highlighted the global influence of the Caribbean and Latin music. He noted that seeing the St. Martin flag displayed before millions of viewers carried deep national significance and reinforced the message that small nations can have a strong and meaningful presence on the world stage. He also welcomed the representation of Aruba, Curacao, Bonaire, Saba, and St. Eustatius, pointing to the shared cultural richness within the kingdom. Minister Heilige-Martin focused on the importance of cultural visibility from a tourism and economic perspective. She highlighted the participation of a local dancer in the performance, noting that moments like these turn culture into global exposure and position St. Martin's people as some of the island's strongest ambassadors. According to the minister, every appearance of the national flag on an international platform strengthens the country's brand and visibility worldwide. Both leaders underscored the unifying power of music and culture, encouraging Caribbean artists and communities to continue. Both leaders underscore the unifying power of music and culture, encouraging Caribbean artists and communities to continue showcasing their identity with confidence, pride, and authenticity on global stages. Integrity Chamber launches National Integrity System Progress Review. The Integrity Chamber of St. Martin has launched a National Integrity System Progress Review aimed at strengthening transparency, accountability, and good governance across the country. The review builds on the National Integrity System Assessment conducted in 2015 by Transparency International, which produced nearly 60 recommendations to reinforce St. Martin's integrity framework. Those recommendations were based on input from government, the private sector, civil society, and the media. Renewed attention at the kingdom level prompted the review, with Prime Minister Luc Mercelina, together with the Integrity Chamber, emphasizing the need to assess how far the country has progressed since the original report. The review will evaluate which recommendations have been implemented, where progress has stalled, and what obstacles remain. It will also look forward, identifying realistic and practical steps to further strengthen integrity systems. As part of the process, the Integrity Chamber will assess progress to date, identifying enabling and limiting factors, and develop a prioritized action plan with clear timelines. Additional recommendations may also be issued to enhance accountability and transparency. The review is expected to take 8 to 10 months and will be supported by government institutions and integrity and governance experts. The initiative reinforces St. Martin's commitment to good governance, public trust, and sustainable development.
Hello, my people. My name is Glenda York of Sit, Sip, and Chat and Moms in Paradise podcast. You can find us on TV15 St. Martin, TVC St. Kitts, and on YouTube. Reporting from Great Bay Media Studios in St. Martin, your NEWSDESK feature story is coming up. But first, here is Mizzy with the Sunshine Report.
Hey there, it's Mizzy with a Sunshine Report, straight out of Sunshine City, St. Martin, bringing you the warmth and the sunshine you need to kickstart your day. So let's dive into today's forecast and see how the skies are treating us.
At TelEm, we believe connection goes beyond signals. It's about people. From every call, every laugh,
Hi, Merry Christmas. Thanks for calling.
every moment shared across our island,
Game time.
we're reminded this network was built by St. Martin for St. Martin.
I couldn't. Oh, I got you. Don't worry, man. We're good.
When are you coming to St. Martin?
All right, let's go. Go, 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 go.
Here's to staying connected to what matters most. Your connection, your Christmas.
Stay connected to the best of local and Caribbean content anywhere, anytime with the TVC Plus app, the official app of TVC Channel 40. With the TVC Plus app, you can watch TVC Channel 40 live, catch every episode of your favorite shows on demand, watch exclusive pay-per-view content, listen to Voice of the Caribbean radio, and watch and read SKN Newsline. The TVC Plus app is available on all your devices. On the Google Play Store, search TVC and the plus sign. In the Apple App Store, type the words TVC Plus. And we're also available on the Amazon App Store for Fire TV and Fire Stick devices. Search the words TVC Plus. Download today and take TVC Channel 40 wherever you go.
All right, don't miss NEWSDESK. Weekdays at 11 a.m. and 5 p.m. on TVC. Sync Kids to the World, now streaming everywhere. Priority service for seniors during 2026 vehicle sticker collection. Seniors aged 62 and older will receive priority service during the 2026 motor vehicle sticker distribution at the receiver's office on Pawn Island. The St. Martin Tax Administration has announced. Dedicated fast-track assistance will be available at Window 6, allowing seniors to make payments and collect their vehicle stickers with reduced waiting times. The initiative is aimed at making the process more convenient and accessible for the senior community throughout the month-long distribution period. The receiver's office will be open daily from 8 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. with cash payments accepted until 3 p.m. Seniors are advised to arrive prepared with all required documents, including valid insurance, a valid inspection card, and a bill of sale if applicable to ensure smooth service. Residents are reminded that the final deadline to complete payment and collect the 2026 motor vehicle sticker is Friday, February 27th. The Tax Administration encourages seniors to take advantage of the priority service to avoid delays closer to the deadline. Minister of Finance highlights financial transparency during APS visit and ATS anniversary. Minister of Finance, the Honorable Marinka J. Gums, continued her focus on financial transparency and institutional strengthening with two key engagements this week involving pensions and public financial oversight. During a courtesy visit to the new offices of Algemene Pensioen Fonds St. Martin in Diamond Estate, Cole Bay, the minister toured the modern facility and praised its accessibility, layout, and improved customer service environment. Discussions with Managing Director Oscar Williams and the APS team centered on improving pension awareness and financial literacy for civil servants and pensioners. Among the initiatives discussed were plans for an APS portal registration day, allowing civil servants to register on-site and access their pension data directly, as well as efforts to publish the annual franchise amount to help employees better calculate net income. The minister also addressed recurring tax challenges faced by pensioners when APS pensions are combined with AOV income. To ease this burden, a voluntary option is being developed to allow additional tax withholding directly from pension payments. In a separate engagement, Minister Gums attended the 10-year anniversary celebration of Audit Team St. Martin, marking a decade of service in strengthening tax compliance and financial oversight. She commended ATS for its role in enhancing accountability and professionalism and highlighted the foundation's investment in local talent, including St. Martin-born professionals training to become registered accountants. The minister congratulated both institutions, reaffirming her commitment to collaboration that strengthens financial clarity, accountability, and long-term stability for the people of St. Martin. Minister Brug urges preventative health measures during flu season. Minister of Public Health, Social Development and Labor, the Honorable Richinal Brug, is urging residents to take simple, proactive steps to protect their health as flu season continues. The minister reminded the public that prevention remains one of the most effective tools against seasonal illness. He encouraged daily habits such as staying hydrated, getting enough rest, eating balanced meals, and supporting the immune system through vitamins and healthy routines. Minister Brug also highlighted the value of traditional Caribbean remedies that many residents already know and use. Natural options such as ginger tea or shots, turmeric, honey, and lime, he noted, can help strengthen the immune system when used alongside proper hygiene and medical guidance when needed. He further stressed the importance of regular hand washing and staying home when feeling unwell, emphasizing that personal responsibility helps protect families, co-workers, and vulnerable members of the community. The Ministry of VSR continues to promote preventative healthcare as a core public health strategy, reinforcing that informed, proactive choices contribute to a healthier and more resilient St. Martin.
When we come back, we go to our in-depth feature of the day, exploring one of the island's most thought-provoking topics. That's just ahead. Stay tuned.
You know, we all talk about having rights. And yeah, we do.
We have the right to be safe.
The right to learn and get an education.
The right to speak up and be heard.
The right to dream big and build our future.
But listen, rights don't stand alone.
We also have responsibilities.
Real talk, if we want respect, we gotta give respect too.
St. Martin is our home.
So let's protect it. Keep our beaches clean, our streets clean, and show love to nature.
Healthy island, healthy future.
Our parents and guardians do a lot for us.
Let's show respect, talk to them, and listen, even when it's hard.
School prepares us for life.
So we show up, we stay focused, and we put in effort.
We want opportunities, so we work for them.
We are part of this community, every village, every culture, every neighborhood.
Let's be kind, positive, and supportive.
A stronger community starts with us.
And most importantly, we are responsible for ourselves.
We make healthy choices for our mind and body.
We believe in our goals and our voice and our future.
Our rights give us power, our responsibilities make us leaders. Together we rise.
The Convention of the Rights of the Child isn't just a policy, it's protection and responsibility. When our children learn their rights, they are better prepared to take on their responsibility. This public service announcement is brought to you by the Department of Youth.
Let's put everything on the table. People always give their opinion, and you can either take it or crunch it. Let them judge. We give in to the most irresistible flavor. We devour every nugget that falls in our hands, especially when it's our crunchy fried chicken. And let the crumbs fly if needed. Let them keep judging. We'll keep indulging. KFC, it's finger licking good.
You could talk to your family, talk to your friends. Affordability and convenience. Community connection, that makes sense. Reliability with experience. Hey, for every love, every adventure. Number one provider, they got ya. We tell them your data is always on. You can opt out whenever you want. Tell them we always on. For every moment when you want more. Tell them we always on. Stay connected when you want to roll. Control my data, yeah, yeah, yeah. Always connected every time, everywhere. Money low, but I never fair. I know TelEm is there. Connectivity, that's what I like. Flexibility, that's what I like. Reliability, that's what I like. TelEm, sign me up for life. TelEm, we always on. For every moment when you want more. Come TelEm, we always on. Stay connected when you want to go. Come TelEm, we
Welcome back. Each day we take a moment to go beyond the headlines and look deeper into the issues, people, and conversations shaping life here on St. Martin. Welcome to today's NEWSDESK feature.
A growing dispute surrounding TelEm has placed renewed focus on governance, leadership, and the protection of workers at one of St. Martin's most critical public institutions. The St. Martin Communication Union, SMCU, is now calling for urgent government intervention, warning that years of delayed decisions and weak oversight have pushed the government-owned company into a prolonged state of instability. In a strong-worded statement, the union argues that TelEm's financial decline did not happen overnight. According to SMCU, multiple administrations were warned over the years about management risks, structural weaknesses, and mounting debt, yet decisive corrective action never followed. While boards and executives changed, the union says employees repeatedly bore the consequences through layoffs and uncertainty. Nearly 170 workers have reportedly lost their jobs across multiple rounds of restructuring. The union maintains that these decisions were approved at the highest levels, even as questions lingered about the management strategies that led to TelEm's growing liabilities, including loans tied to major infrastructure projects that remain unfinished. A key concern raised by SMCU is leadership continuity. The union points to a recurring pattern in which the company operates without a formally appointed CEO, leaving core authority concentrated in a single executive role. According to the union, this structure has previously coincided with major financial setbacks and is now being repeated, despite past warnings. The union has also raised alarms over employment practices, questioning how TelEm can justify hiring foreign staff under expensive arrangements while former local employees remain out of work. This, SMCU says, undermines trust and raises broader questions about priorities during a period of financial recovery. Another pressing issue involves Social Security contributions for employees who were sent home. The union claims workers were instructed to shoulder both the employers' and employees' portions of mandatory AOV contributions, a move it argues conflicts with existing labor law. SMCU is calling for an immediate investigation, stating that workers should not be burdened with obligations that legally belong to the employer. Beyond labor concerns, the union highlights national security implications. TelEm's role as the backbone of St. Martin's communications infrastructure means decisions affecting its operations have far-reaching consequences, especially during natural disasters or emergencies. Reports that key technical systems are being operated or supported from outside the country have heightened fears about dependency and resilience. SMCU is now demanding a full reset, the appointment of a strong independent local leadership, renewed board oversight, financial transparency, and concrete protections for employees. The union argues that TelEm's survival is not just a corporate issue, but a matter of national interest. As pressure mounts, the central question remains whether government will move beyond statements and take decisive action to stabilize TelEm, restore confidence, and protect both workers and the country's critical communications lifeline.
Before we wrap up, we take a moment each day to check in with our neighbors across the region. There's always a story worth paying attention to. Here's today's regional headline.
Regional headline brings us to St. Martin and St. Bart's, who record a drop in crime for 2025. Delinquency across St. Martin and St. Bart's declined by 2.7% in 2025, according to figures released by French state authorities, signaling encouraging progress in public safety across the northern French Caribbean. Officials reported fewer incidents in nearly every major category, including a 10% drop in assaults on people, 14% fewer property-related crimes, and 12% reduction in domestic violence cases. On St. Martin alone, total delinquency incidents fell from 3,358 in 2024 to 3,245 in 2025. Law enforcement efforts intensified throughout the year with targeted operations at Grand Cause Airport and Galleys Bay Port, along with expanded border and baggage checks. Authorities also reported major gains in the fight against drug trafficking, with 5 drug dealing points dismantled and more than 1,600 kilograms of narcotics seized. Gun-related crime showed notable improvement, with armed robberies down by 30% and a significant increase in weapons seizures. While homicide attempts fell sharply, officials noted a slight rise in confirmed homicides, emphasizing the need for continued vigilance. Cross-border cooperation between St. Martin and Sint Maarten also played a key role, with joint border controls and coordinated checks at Princess Juliana International Airport strengthening island-wide security. French Prefect Cyril Levelli described the results as encouraging, while stressing that sustained efforts are still required, particularly in tackling drug networks and vehicle theft operating across borders. That's the latest from St. Martin and St. Bart's. Here's a cool island fact. St. Martin and St. Bart's share long-standing ties in governance, commerce, and regional security within the French Caribbean.
That's all the time we have for today's edition of St. Martin News Desk. Thank you so much for joining us. Remember, new episodes premiere every weekday at 8 a.m. on TV15 and across all our social media platforms. From all of us here at News Desk, we wish you a fantastic week ahead. Until next time, stay friendly, St. Martin.